UFO Capture Incident, Japan. On the afternoon of August 25th, 1972, a 13-year-old junior high school student named Michio Seo sighted a strange object flying above a rice field while walking home from school. From a distance, he watched the small, mysterious object zigzag quickly around the field like a bat chasing insects. This incident, which is now called Kera UFO capture incident, occurred in 1972, just 44 years ago, back from now, when few people believed this story and none had an idea about such and such small UFOs in those days. After 44 years now, in 2016, however, this type of small UFOs have been spotted by more and more people all over the world. Small UFOs, the size of which are between 10 to 30 centimeters in height and length, while at the same time it is getting more and more popular than ever before. This fact indicates that the story of Kera UFO capture incident is now to be proved to be true. 今から44年前の1972年の8月25日、高知市のケラ地区でいわゆる UFO 捕獲事件というのが起きています。小型 UFO 捕獲事件です。当時はまだ UFO という言葉そのものが珍しい時代でした。いわんや小型 UFO について知っている人はいませんでした。そんな時代のそんな時、ケラ事件というのが起きます。何人かの少年が小型 UFO を捕獲します。詳しくは続く動画の中で説明しますが、当時はこの少年たちの作り話であるというような形で、そのまま片付けられてしまいました。がどっこい、それから44年、今では小型 UFO の目撃例は全世界で報告されています。つまり、こうした事実をフィードバックすると、あのケラ事件は真実であったということになります。大きさも10センチから30センチの範囲で一致します。つまり、このような形で過去に起きた事例が時間が経つにつれて本当だったと証明されていくということです。そういった意味で、ケラ UFO 捕獲事件をもう一度ここで眺め直してみたいと思います。Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamamatsu-city, Japan。UFO 目撃事件というのは、それこそ今では日常茶飯事的に世界中で起きています。その中でも特に最近増えてきたのが小型 UFO 目撃事件です。目撃といってもですね、実際に目撃したのではなくて、例えばビデオカメラなどでですね、景色を撮っていて、そして後でそのビデオカメラを再生してみたら映っていたという事件です。そうした事件が近年増えているということですね。特徴は今言いましたように、動きが大変速いということです。それこそ数秒のうちに大空を2、3回往復してしまうような感じで動いて、あるいは動き回っています。となりますと、1972年、今から44年前に起きたあの高知市ケラ地区の UFO 捕獲事件は何であったのかということになります。当時はですね、UFO という言葉も珍しく、また小型 UFO ということを考えている人も いなかったと思います。そんな時代にそんな事件が起きました。で、多くの人たちは子供たちの、見間違いか作り話だろうというような形で片付けてしまっていたように思います。が、それから44年、こうして小型 UFO 目撃事件って言いますかね、そういった報告がたくさん上がってくるようになりますと、あの1972年のあの事件は本当であったということになるのではないでしょうか。時に謎は時代の流れの中で多くの人たちの真摯な努力によって証明されるということになります。そういった意味でもう一度あの高知市ケラ地区で起きた UFO 捕獲事件を眺め直してみたいと思います。子供たちは懸命にその時の様子を私たちに伝えようとしています。そんな子供たちの心をもう一度私たちは、なんて言いますか、謙虚な気持ちで振り返ってみる必要があるのではないでしょうか。今ご覧いただいたのが、その模型ということになります。ケラ UFO 捕獲事件は本当にあったということになります。
Hello, this is Hiroshi Hayashi, Japan. Thanks to ATS USA, Kera UFO Incidence, boys captured a mini UFO. The strange encounter took place in Kera area of Kochi City. On the afternoon of August 25, 1972, a 13-year-old junior high school student named Michio Seo sighted a strange object flying above a rice field while walking home from school. From a distance, he watched a small mysterious object zigzag quickly around the fields like a bat chasing insect. Later that day, Michio told his friend about the curious flying object. UFO had yet to become a household word in Japan in 1972, but the boys were intrigued nonetheless. At around 7 o'clock p.m., 4 of them set out for the rice field in search of the object. About an hour later, they spotted the object flying over the rice field, lighting up the night with a pulsating silver light. When one of the boys tried to approach the object, it suddenly made a loud pop sound and started to glow blue. Frightened, they turned and fled without looking back. Over a week later, at 9:30 p.m. on September the 4th, several of the boys once again saw the bright object in the rice field. And 2 days after that, on September the 6th, the boys and a few of their friends found the object on the ground in the field. It appeared to have crash landed. One of the boys, a 14-year-old boy named Hiroshi Mori, picked up the object with his hand and carried it back home. The silver hat-shaped object weighed 1.3 kilograms and measured roughly 7 centimeters tall and 50 centimeters in diameter. The bottom surface was perforated with an array of tiny holes and imprinted with designs depicting what appeared to be a bird, some waves, and another flying object. Something rattled around inside the object when shaken. That night, Hiroshi wrapped the curious object in a plastic bag and placed it inside his backpack. Later, however, the object mysteriously vanished without a trace. Before long, the boys encountered the object again. They once again captured it, but it soon vanished. This happened about 5 or 6 times over the next 2 weeks. On one occasion, the boys decided to pour water into the holes of the bottom. The object emitted a loud cicada-like buzzing sound and glowed brightly inside. Later, when they ran some wire through the holes and dangled the object upside down, the top and bottom sections of the object became slightly separated. Through the opening, they could see what appeared to be electronic component. Seo, Mori, Fujimoto, Kojima, and Yuji would occasionally visit the field following their sighting, and on September the 4th, just over a week after their initial run-in, their patient paid off. At about 9:30 p.m., the 5 young men once again came face to face with a silvery object flying nearby 3 feet above the field. The little UFO started glowing and began to zoom towards the boys, causing them to scatter and once again retreat with haste. Once home, the boys reclaimed their courage and vowed to procure a camera and spend every waking moment they could staking out the field in hopes of finally capturing the unusual object on film. Their surveillance began the next evening, but the object did not return. The following night, however, would be a different story. On September the 6th, the boys' vigilance paid off when, on their way to the rice paddy, they spied the object lying on the ground in the middle of the field before them. The teenagers, now armed with a camera, sagely decided to snap a photo before they approached the downed craft. Once the flash bulb went off, the object on the ground began spinning and rapidly rose into the air. The unknown cameraman shot another photo just after its accession. This is where accounts get a little murky, but what seemed to have happened next is that the object emitted a light that was even brighter than the flash bulb burst before once again plummeting to the ground. The still spinning object almost seemed to be burrowing into the dirt when it stopped moving. At this point, 14-year-old Hiroshi Mori cautiously moved toward the incapacitated flying saucer. The brave boy decided to bend over and lift the object up with his bare hands. As he did, he claimed that he felt something moving inside. On the night of September the 22nd, Hiroshi was riding his bicycle with the object in the basket when it suddenly disappeared. They never saw it again. This is the whole story I can tell you for today. Thank you very much.